We're back in orbit around Mars with the MRO, and we'll be analyzing a high-resolution photograph taken by the HiRISE camera on board the orbiter. I featured these anomalies years ago when I originally upscaled them using PhotoZoom Pro 7. I decided to have a look at these again, and I re-upscaled them using Gigapixel. I'll be showing you a comparison between the two software versions and how they upscaled these images. This region of Mars is in Aonia Terra. Let's get cracking on. Aonia Terra Crater Interior. That's what the team calls this high-rise photograph, which was acquired on the 7th of September 2007 at a nice high resolution of 24.8 centimeters per pixel. I'll be showing you images are cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file, just under 1 gigabyte in size. And here's a crop from the low-res black and white showing a region of this site. And the anomalies I'll be showing you are some of these larger white specks that litter this site. The site is located in that circular depression. We have Ross over here to the south, and approximately 180 or so kilometers to the north we have that site. That is roughly at 53 degrees 25 minutes south, 101 degrees 40 minutes west. As always, I'm including a scale indicator to give you an idea of how large these objects are. So that block over there, that strange L shape, is about 8 meters in length. Let's take a closer look at that. Check that out. Nice, neat right angle to it. There's one over here as well to the left. I wonder if that there is an L-shaped piece or whether that's a recessed area on that block. But that to me looks highly artificial. Up next, the blocks over here to the right. And this one over here is about 6 meters in length. Look at the uniformity in the thickness of these 3 blocks. Looks like something we'd see in the desert here on Earth. The megalithic blocks that we find close to ruins here on Earth. Right, let's have a look at that strange item. It's about 8 meters in length, and it's got a neat triangle. It appears to be carved onto this larger part over here to the bottom. And there's another piece that also has a shape like this that I'll show you in a moment. Up next, the strange triangular item located to the top left. It's about 8 meters in length, and it's got a neat point to it. Carved out or machined part to the bottom right, forming a neat rectangular shape. Here's that piece. It's got that arc shape to it. It's about 10 meters in length. Check that out, folks. Not a typical boulder or rock that we find at this site. This sticks out like a sore finger, literally. Right, let's have a look at the block over here to the bottom. That there is about 6 by 6 meters in length. It's got a neat shape to it. To get the straight edges and neat right angles. Another block similar in size and shape. Check that out. And there's a strange disc on top of that block. I'd say that there is about 3 meters in diameter. Right, let's have a look at that block. I'd say that is about 5 meters in length, lying diagonally across the larger part underneath, also with neat right angles to it. Another one over here to the left. Right, another long narrow megalith over there. That there's about 6 to 7 meters in length. Uniformity in its width as well. And then this oddity over there, folks, this is about 10 meters in length. Neat right angle there. Then it comes to an apex here on the one side, right there in the center of this one side. Looks almost as if it's bent over slightly as well. Almost like sheet metal. It's got that look to it. Very odd. Right, then this item, it's about 8 meters in length. Also right angles here, and then it comes to a point on the one side. And then it's got this strange darker item on the top. It looks almost as if that there is inside a hole on this larger piece. Alright, I've tried to categorize these to make it a little easier to group them. So here we're looking at a block about 5 meters in length. It's got a small protrusion on the top in the center of the one side. And that we see very often on Mars. Typically we find those in the centers, some slightly off center. Right, check this one out, about the same size, and it's got the smaller part in the center. Check this out. Looks almost like a container. It's about 67 meters in length. It's got this odd opening on the one side, embedded in a round shape towards the top. It's got the usual small part in the center of that one side. Odd piece over here too. Looks like this block is covered in some type of brighter material. In the protrusions on that almost dome-shaped anomaly is also quite interesting. Alright, let's check out those blocks there. This one's about 6 to 8 meters in length. It's got a carved out or machined out part on the top, rectangular in shape. And then the strange sort of V-shaped part lying over that opening. Another smaller part on this block, right there close to its center. Right, let's have a look at the small blocks there. This is about 3 meters in length. neat right angles to it, uniformity in its width, the location of it on the larger part, again very intriguing. Right, this piece that there is about 8 meters in length, smaller part to the one side, right there in its center, just off center. And then we get to this item, sort of oval in shape, a small disc protrusion like anomaly close to its center. Another rectangular part there. It's about 5 meters to 6 meters in length. And it's got a neat triangular part on top right there in its center. Another rectangular item there, folks, about 5 meters in length. Seems to have a rectangular slot cut into the top. Right, this block says about 12 meters in length. Neat right angles, smaller rectangular piece on the top. It looks like it's slightly angled, like a little ramp. It's quite weird. Bevel over here. It looks like it's been machined, hollowed out, carved out there on the right hand side. It's parallel with this one side. Right, check out the triangular item on that part. It is about 6 meters by 6 meters in size. Go down to this piece. This is about 4 meters in length. It's got a neat hole on the top, close to the center. It's almost like the blocks are like Lego pieces. Right, check out this piece. About 8 meters in length. Neat protrusion or disc, smaller object over there, off center, but in the middle of that one side. Strange pattern that's being repeated over and over again. Check out this, looks like a ruin or a structure. That there's about, let's see, 20, 10. So that there, I would say, is about 14 meters across. It's got this rectangular carved or machined out area on the right hand side. Parallel with those outer edges, filled with sand. Very intriguing item. And over there, a dome-like part. Another block over here. Right, check this out. It's about 10 meters across. Odd shape to this piece on the top, the neat hole in it. Also rounded to the top, same sort of radius as the larger part. Right angle, and then the right angle there. Up next, the item over here. I'd say that is about 5 meters in diameter, the neat smaller part right there in the center. This item's also about 5 meters across. It's got a neat square part on the top right there in its center. Okay, this is also rather odd. Larger in size. This is about 10 meters across. Round dome-like shape. The smaller dome-like part in the center. This piece is also huge. It's about 12 meters in length. Small rectangular part on the top, close to the center. This also appears to be a coating on this rounded part. It's almost as if this covered this part as well. Possibly broke off. Right, check out these pieces, more little blocks. I'd say this item is about 3 meters in length, right there in the center of this part. It looks like these have been placed here. But why? That's very interesting. Check out this part. That there is about 12 meters across. It's got this smaller part, almost rectangular in shape, in the center of this one side, perpendicular to the straight edge. Right, that piece is about 8 meters across. Looks like it's hollow, like a dish. That smaller oval part in the center. Right. Neat hole in the center of this piece. When we get to items, we've got slots in them. That part there is about 5 meters across. Check that out. Neat slot in the center. And then it looks like this piece sort of covers that opening. Also about 5 meters across. It's got a neat rectangular slot. A little larger. This is about, let's see, 20, 10. This is about 10 meters across. Check this out. Like an opening over here. That's very odd. That item also seems to have a slot through its center. And in this sort of U-shaped part, it's about 12 meters across. An opening over here on the one side. Almost like a top of a roof. Comes around. Highly irregular as well. Right, check out this piece. It looks almost sculpted. It's about 5 meters across. get the multiple sort of layers to it. I don't know what to make of that. Part to the top, about 5 meters across. Looks like it's been hollowed out. Small hole right there. And that there on the side looks like a little lid. Not that it is, but that's quite odd as well. Right, up next we're looking at items that seem to have openings. Check that out. I'd say that opening is about 3 meters across. Sort of triangular opening. And then these two parts on the left are quite odd as well. That one is underneath. This one over here seems to come out on the top. Right, check this piece out. I'd say that opening is about 8 meters across. Smaller part to it right there in the center of this one side. Strange circular opening. Alright, in this one, I'd say that opening is about 6 meters across. We've got a small object in that opening right there in its center. Right, then we get to objects with triangular geometry on them. This is about 5 meters across. It's got 3 similar items arranged in a triangular pattern. And that we see on this larger piece as well. This is about 12 meters in length. Got 3 objects arranged in a triangle. That there appears to be a rectangle at a slight angle. There's a small disc about 3 meters across. And then it's got this rectangular part to the top right. Also, what appears to be a rectangular opening. Right, check out this disc. It's about 5 meters in diameter. It's got small, similar size objects on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them arranged in a circular pattern around the center. And then this oddball, I'd say that is about 20, 10, it's about 15, 12 to 15 meters in length. It's got these narrow rectangular parts on the top, arranged parallel with one another. Right, check out the disc over here. It's about 3 to 4 meters in diameter. It's got a neat edge to it with a smaller rounded part seems to be angled out slightly. Opening over here. We've seen these before as well in Clark. Right, check out this one. It's about 6 to 8 meters across. Small round part on the top with openings around it. And then this type of anomaly we've seen as well in the past. This is about 6 to 8 meters across. It's got multiple layers to it. It looks almost like a cracked shell again. Very interesting. Not that it is, folks, but that there is rather odd as well. It's like this large part is covered in this brighter material that's broken off. Very, very intriguing. Right, let's have a look at the item to the right. Hollowed or machined out. So it seems to be an opening. And this is also quite interesting. The way that this covers the larger part. It's got a neat geometric shape to it. It's what looks like a triangular feature on the top. Right, let's have a look at this. This blew my mind. It looks like a skull. Not that it is, folks, but yeah. 2 neat holes on either side. It's about 5 meters across. 2 neat holes on this plectrum shaped part. Right, let's go down to that site. So we have Ross down here to the bottom left, and up to the north we have that site. There's the photograph we analyzed. Let's have a look at the anomalies that are upscaled years ago using PhotoZoom Pro 7. Just so that you can compare what they look like between the two versions. As you can see, the size and shape, highlights and shadows are pretty much the same. I'll show you the newer upscaled images in a moment. Right, and now they are, folks. You're welcome to pause to check these out. Insane amount of anomalies. in this photograph. And the list just goes on and on. As retired Army Intelligence Officer Colonel Chris Wyatt always says, what say you? I'd love to hear what you think of these anomalies. As always, thank you for watching.